What's going on YouTube? I am Mr. Knife Guy, and today I have a really cool watch review, and it is one of my favorite dive watches out there by one of my favorite companies out there. But before we dive into it, let's check out the wrist shot of today. We are wearing the Rolex Submariner 1240-60, but today's video is not about that legend, it is about this legend, and this is the S.U.F Helsinki Vetehinen, and it is made by the world-renowned watchmaker Stephan Sarpaneva, and he is very well known for his company Sarpaneva watches, which make they're some of the most beautiful watches that I have seen. But this company, S.U.F, is kind of like, imagine Tudor to Rolex, if you will. And S.U.F, if you're familiar with my channel and my videos, you've seen my Flying Fin by S.U.F. Well, this is the diver, and this is a 300 meter depth rated 42 millimeter dive watch, and this one is on a Barton strap because these are just incredible straps for basically all things that you're going to do with your watch. This one goes in the water a lot, and there are so many things about this watch that just make it incredible. And it wears on the wrist, it sits so nice on your wrist. The way that the lugs drop off, the case shape, the case back, just how even it is and how it sits on your wrist. Man, this is just a great watch. So kind of starting off with what this one is. This is the Vetehinen F, or frosted, and as you can see on that dial, it just has this beautiful metal flake kind of in there, and with those two-tone hands, the finishing on these hands is just incredible. And these are called harpoon or devil tail hands, and they're kind of his signature trademark, and they just look insane. I mean, this thing just dances in the sunlight. The scalloping on the bezel with these little grooves that he has cut in there, I mean, this bezel, it's so clean and refined. It has such an industrial look, yet almost like steampunk look to it, with a bit of modern look to it. So I just really love this company. I really love everything that he makes in the S.U.F and the Sarpaneva line. And you know, I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of his stuff, and a lot of it I see through Horology by the Sea, who, if you go check out his site, he has some of the coolest watches, and man, does he just get some good stuff. But we are fortunate enough to have this one with us, and man, that bezel action is just amazing. I mean, it's such a nice refined bezel. It's 120 clicks, and it just feels so good. And you know, a lot of companies, they have a cool looking design, but it's not functional, right? This is incredibly functional. So a little bit jumping into this watch, the name Vetehinen, it comes from the Finnish World War II submarine. Now, this was a captain who was so crazy that instead of using torpedoes, he dove his sub to ram his underwater adversary. And that's kind of just a little bit about this watch. But that submarine actually gets its name from the Finnish, what do they call it? It's like the legendary Finnish mythology's water spirit, who is a bearded man with the tail of a fish. And he is called the Vetehinen, and he appears on midsummer's nights to cure illnesses, lift curses, and brew potions. So that's pretty interesting, right? And this watch kind of takes after a little bit of both. The Finnish mythology and the legendary submarine. So there's a lot wrapped up into this horological design of the S.U.F. Vetehinen, and these are limited to 26. So this is number 2. There's only 26 of these, but as of right now, if you so do choose, you can go over to his website and you can buy this same model. He's still got some available, and we'll jump into a couple of specs. So it's high grade stainless steel, right? It is using a modified Swiss Soprod A10 caliber, and the cool thing about this is there is no ghost date, right? It is just no ghost date. You know, this watch is keeping such incredible time. I'm going to tell you right now, this watch keeps better time than this watch. Yeah, superlative chronometry, my ass. It's a watchmaker that regulates a watch and makes it good. This watch is doing about half a second a day. And I take this in the ocean, I take this in the pool. I mean, this watch has been on the wrist during it's been on a lot of adventures. It's traveled the world. This watch is an incredible watch. It is durable. It is held up to everything you can throw at it as a tool watch, as a utilitarian watch, as a look damn good while you're living life watch. And that is what this watch kind of is. It's just beautifully striking. And the cool thing about these independent watchmakers is this is not a factory soulless built watch. This watch has a soul. This watch was handcrafted, and it was made to be as beautiful as it can be, with incredible amount of attention to detail. You know, someone poured their heart and soul and passion into making this watch, and you know, it's so much more than a timepiece, right? It's just incredible. So technical specs, let me see here. The case is gonna be 3/16 L Supra stainless steel, 42 millimeters in diameter, 11.45 millimeters in thickness. It has the one-way rotating bezel with this Super Luminova marking. It is 2.05 millimeter thick sapphire crystal and a lug width of 20 millimeters. Now, it doesn't say the lug to lug, but when I measure it, it's about 49 lug to lug. So it's just under 50. 42 millimeters. That's gonna make this, if you are familiar with the Tudor Pelagos, it's a little bit smaller than the Pelagos. It wears a little bit better than the Pelagos, and it looks just a tad bit more striking than the Pelagos. So this has the frosted dial with the black print, the Super Luminova indices, and the steel hands with Super Luminova, right? So that's pretty cool. You know, you have the Swiss Soprod A10 calibre, right? 11.5 lines. It is at 28,800 VPH or 4 Hertz. It is automatic winding. It is 25 joules with a 42-hour power reserve, and it is rhodium plated, right? So every movement has been thoroughly checked, correctly oiled, and regulated at their workshop in Helsinki, and I can attest to that. There is only one other watch that I've ever had that kept better time than this one, and maybe two that were close to this one. So, man, this watch keeps incredible time. The crown just looks so beautiful, and it is just a striking watch. So if you go over to Sarpaneva's website. You can check this watch out. You can see all about it because he's got a lot of different variations of this watch. He's got a lot of really cool ones, and man, they're just all so incredible what he's doing with his dials. He's got some insane stuff in the works right now, and everything that he's making is just so cool. And that's S.U.F. My dyslexia is getting the better of me today. And we'll hit this with the lume, just so you can kind of see how gorgeous that blue lume is. Man, it is just this greenish blue lume, and it just looks so good. This watch has incredible lume. Let me try and turn this light off here. There we go. Beautiful lume. Man, it's like a bluish greenish lume, and it just looks so good. It lights up so bright. Just gorgeous lume, man. Gorgeous lume. So that is the S.U.F. Vetehinen from S.U.F. Helsinki. Stefan Sarpaneven making another incredible watch. So if you ever get a chance to buy one of these or to check one of these out, I suggest you do it because this watch is insane. It is beautiful, it is incredibly fun, and it functions and works amazing. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about this watch and this not so well-known brand. And like always, guys, enjoy your watches.